This is how you lose 25 plus pounds, regardless if you have no time, no money, or a full-time job. When I was 23 years old, I was over 200 pounds at 5'6". And the difference between me then and me now is this 5-step blueprint. This isn't a gimmick like intermittent fasting or some fad diet you saw online. This is thermodynamics, and it works for everyone across the board, no matter who you are or what genetics you have. Number one, let's talk about how your body actually works. We're gonna break down TDEE, total daily energy expenditure. If you look at the chart on screen, you're gonna see a few abbreviations. You have BMR, NEAT, TEF, and EAT. Starting at the bottom, you have your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. This is how many calories your body burns just by existing. Sitting on the couch watching Netflix, you're gonna burn calories. As you can see, that equates to around 70% of all the calories you burn in a day. The second graph is NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. These are all the calories you burn by fidgeting, the things that are not working out, whether it's walking around, playing with your phone, shaking your leg at the table, everything that is basic movements. The next is TEF, the thermic effect of food. This is what your body burns just by digesting food you eat on a daily basis. Next, we have EAT, exercise activity thermogenesis. These are the calories you actually burn while working out in the gym or doing cardio. What most people do when they want to lose weight is they will start working out for 1 to 2 to 3 hours a day. But as you can see, exercise only accounts for 5 to 10% of the total calorie burn in a day. So it's not that efficient. But what you should do, what the people who see amazing results do, is they focus on the bigger chunks of the graphs themselves, specifically BMR, NEAT, and TEF. How do you increase your BMR? By increasing your lean muscle mass through dieting properly and training consistently in the gym, which we're going to explain in this video. Muscle tissue is a calorically expensive organ. It requires calories to exist, which is why if you have more muscle on your body, the more calories you can eat and burn just by existing. To increase your NEAT, just move more. This is why we recommend getting anywhere from 7 to 10,000 steps on a daily basis. To increase your TEF, eat more protein. Protein is the highest thermic effect of food, so the more you eat, the more stress is going to put on your body, the more calories you're going to burn at the end of the day. So now that you understand how your body works, this brings me to my next point, which is a 7-day habit stack. We're going to focus on 3 habits for 7 days straight. The first habit is to aim for 10,000 steps a day. Now, if you don't move at all, just aim for a 50-minute walk a day and slowly increase it on a daily basis. The second habit is to drink 3 liters of water a day. I know it's boring, I know it doesn't taste good, and you're probably going to be peeing
every 30 seconds.
However, you need the water for your body to work properly. Your organs will feel better and you'll start producing better results in the gym. And the third habit is to track your weight every day. I need you to get comfortable with the scale. Don't be afraid of it. It's just a number. Most people will look at this 7-day habit stack as a waste of time. However, success is rooted in the basics. You need to build a solid foundation before we focus on anything else. Now that you've completed the 7-day habit stack, this brings me to my next point, which is understanding macros. Now that you've habit stacked for a week, we're going to figure out what you put in your mouth, which means we need to break down what calories and macros actually are. Calories are units of energy that your body utilizes to operate. Your body needs energy to do literally everything. Walking, thinking, sleeping. You get this energy from the food you eat. Your metabolism breaks down that food into fuel, i.e. calories, which your body uses to keep existing. Think about this process as building and storing energy. Your body then uses that fuel to either grow, repair, or save it for later. That extra energy your body stores will either be muscle or fat, depending on a few things. So to avoid storing more fat, we're going to break down what you should be putting into your mouth with this 7-step process. Step 1, go to caloriecalculator.net. Step 2, put in all your information like your height, weight, age, and activity level. Step 3 is going to give you 3 ranges: surplus, maintenance, and deficit. You're going to go with deficit since we're trying to lose weight. What I just explained a second ago about your body storing energy, we're putting your body in a negative energy balance, so we do not store any fat, we lose it in the long term. Step 4, download MyFitnessPal. I'd recommend going with the premium version because it gives you more access. Step 5, sort your macros by 40% carbs, 30% protein, and 30% fats. Step 6 is counterintuitive. You're actually not going to set a macro goal. All I want you to do is track what you eat for a week. Everything that you put in your mouth goes in the app. We're doing this to set a baseline, how much you eat and what you eat on a daily basis. Now, when I say track everything in MyFitnessPal, I mean everything. So for breakfast, let's say you have an egg. You're literally going to type it in. You're going to add it to MyFitnessPal. But let's say you also use cooking spray on the pan to make sure the egg doesn't stick. You need to also put that in here, because if you don't, you're going to lack calories and it's going to mess up the way that you lose weight or gain weight in the long run. Let's say you go to Starbucks and you get a oat latte. You need to put this in here, because if you don't, it's going to add up at the end of the week and it's going to affect your burn or your gain. You're going to be tracking your foods on a daily basis without any set goals, so you can build up the habit of tracking, just like you would with a walk or getting your water in. Most people fail at tracking their food because it's too overwhelming for them because they've never done it in the past. So just get in the habit of pulling out the app, either scanning a barcode or typing in the weights into the platform. This brings me to my 4th point, which is pre-planning what you're going to eat for a week. You're going to open up MyFitnessPal and actually input all of the foods into the app, so when you go to the grocery store, you know exactly what you need to buy, so you don't have to overthink it. Actually type them in. Let's say you want 2 eggs and toast for breakfast. breakfast. You're literally gonna type it into the search bar, search it up, and add everything in there. Let's say for lunch, you wanna have ground beef. Type it into the app, extra lean ground beef right here, and rice for lunch. Dinner, chicken. Literally going to type it in here, and rice. Now I know what I need to buy, how much I need to buy, and any outstanding or calories I have left to fill with different snacks, either a protein bar, banana, or anything else. You're gonna eat the same thing every day. And if you're one of those psychos who say, I can't eat the same thing every day, then I want you to repeat the same process I just showed you for 2 to 3 days of the week. So when you go to the grocery store, you know exactly what to buy. And then let's say you want a different dinner or a different lunch, just change it out by going into MyFitnessPal, removing your current items, and adding the new ones in. Now that you've established what you're gonna eat for the week, it's time to set in stone your non-negotiables. The first non-negotiable is to go buy a food scale, because starting now, you do not track your foods by estimating or utilizing measuring cups. Everything that goes in your body, you weigh down to the gram. Number 2, buy little Tupperware containers, meal prep containers where you put all your food in. Number 3, throw out all junk food in your house, because if it's there and you see it, you're gonna be tempted. Now, if you have a family, tell your wife or whoever's in your house to hide the food so you don't see it. Number 4, take the list from MyFitnessPal based off of the predetermined meal plan, go to the grocery store and get your food. I'd recommend doing this 1 to 2 times a week to keep your food fresh.
Number 5,
now that you have your food, you're gonna meal prep 1 to 2 times a week. I'd recommend doing it on days where you don't have a lot going on, so I do it on Sundays and Thursdays. Number 6, you're gonna follow this meal plan for the next 14 days without missing. No cheat meals, because we need to audit whether your weight goes up or down based off of your number. We do this to see if the calorie deficit we set is true. Now, after the 14 days, if your weight goes up or stays the same, drop your calories by 300 in MyFitnessPal. Now, if it goes down, follow the same plan for the next 4 weeks. But now if it goes down more than 10 pounds in 14 days, up your calories by 200. We wanna make sure that you're losing weight at a healthy rate, not a drastic rate, because a drastic rate is not sustainable and it might hurt you in the long run. Do this process until you find a balance of losing 1 to 2 pounds on a weekly basis. Now that we're consistent with what you're putting in your mouth,
this brings me to my 5th point, which is adding in exercise.
if I was a beginner in the gym, this is the 3-step blueprint I would follow. First, train a minimum of 3 days a week and follow a push-pull leg split. The second step is to click the link in the description and sign up for my 7-day free trial in the Wolves Den app, which is a workout program. If you've never stepped in the gym before, it's going to give you actual workouts with video tutorials to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing when you step in the gym. Because I've been a beginner in the gym too, and it's pretty intimidating walking in the gym and seeing a bunch of experienced people or jacked people walking around when you have no idea what you're doing. So having the structure of the app is going to make you feel more comfortable, and it's going to align with your goals and help you see more progress. After the 7-day trial ends, you can either continue with the app or just take what you've learned and go on your own. Step 3 is about cardio. Most people, when trying to lose weight, add a bunch of cardio in right away. But since we're controlling the amount of food that we put in your mouth, I just want you to aim for 10 to 15,000 steps a day. Follow this blueprint until you plateau. And if you do plateau, audit your effort before you change the plan. For nutrition, are you actually weighing everything that's going into your mouth? Even the singular Sour Patch Kids you snatched from your child, or the extra squirt of ketchup you put on your food. You need to weigh those things. You need to track those things. For your training, are you focused or distracted? For example, talking to people, spending too much time resting, scrolling on your phone, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Or are you going at peak time in the gym, waiting for people to get off of the machines so you can exercise? Also, for your training, make sure you audit all the variables. Are you getting a full range of motion? Are you getting time under tension? Are your rest times controlled? Are you getting enough stretch? Are you lifting adequate weight? Once you've controlled all the variables and you know you're being the best you can, audit your recovery. Are you getting a solid 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night? Because when you train and lift weights, it's taxing on your muscles, so you need to make sure that you're sleeping so your muscles can recover properly. So this is how you lose 25+ pounds. And if you want to learn how to build muscle from here, click this video.